Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Guy in the Kitchen. So I'm taking a different take on the stereotypical idea that women should be in the kitchen by putting a guy in the kitchen. So, if you want, just ignore that first part. Anywho, today I'm going to be making Snowflake inspired cupcakes. So what you're pretty much going to need are either one type of your favorite cake mix. I normally don't do by scratch because it takes much longer, and these are usually cheaper, so they're usually $1. Um, so I have here carrot and the rainbow bit, and I'm going to be using rainbow bit. So for those who don't know what rainbow bit is, it's pretty much just vanilla but with confetti mix with it. So it's like confetti with, vanilla mix with a lot of sprinkles in it. So I have that. And on my side, which I'm going to be preparing in a bit, is the Betty Crocker whipped fluffy white. It's pretty much vanilla icing. So I have here are my snowflake sprinkles, which are going to be the inspired part of it. So yeah, let's get to it. So what you're going to need, your ingredients at the back. You're going to need 1 cup of water milk, which I milk. Half a cup of vegetable oil and 3 eggs. So I'm just going to quickly prepare this ingredient. So you guys can follow along, but because I am filming by myself, it's going to be much more difficult, so I'm going to be making snippets. So I'll get back to you guys when I have finally mixed the stuff. So pretty much what I did was just use my quick mixer. You can get any mixer for really cheap for like 15 and they work perfectly fine. So I got this one as a gift, or at least my mom did, but it doesn't really matter. So this took only like 2 minutes to mix. It's really good, really great. It lasts quite a while, so I recommend getting one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some saran wrap over this, put it in the fridge for about 10-ish minutes. And what this does is pretty much just allow it to thicken, so it'll be produce something more moist, or at least that's what I had. You can always try adding ice too, but I don't have ice on me, so into the fridge it goes. Hopefully I have room. And yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna put that in there for now. And while I wait for the 10 minutes, I'm gonna be making the frosting. So frosting, you're not gonna really do much. So I'm just gonna put this down. Hopefully it doesn't get wet because it's a phone. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna be doing is getting a Ziploc bag. So with this Ziploc bag, you're just gonna take one. All you're gonna do is scoop it, so hopefully it just stays on it. Perfect. Okay. I don't really have anything bigger, so I'm gonna be using a spatula. All you're gonna be doing is take 1 cup. Any size cup will do, but depending how much frosting you want to use, this is easier if you want to make a frosting bag by yourself. So frosting bag, you can usually just buy one, but they're more expensive. But I choose to make my own. So you're gonna be taking the frosting, just open it up. Take your spatula, and all you're gonna do is just scoop it in. Depending how much you want to use. So I'm going to only be using half of it, I'll be using about half of it today because not all of them are going to be frosted. So all you're going to do is just quickly scoop it in. You can use a spatula for later, or not. Or you can lick it, but I choose not to. So yeah. That's going to be a spatula. So now you have your frosting bag. What you're going to do is try to squeeze out as much air as possible, and you're going to try squeezing all of the frosting down to the end point as much as you can. It's sort of bad for mine because I didn't put enough, not too much air to begin with, but something about this should be fine. So your end product should be about like this. So your end product, whoops, my finger. Should be something like this. And what you're going to do is just put this in the fridge for a while for allow it to harden so it's easier to work with. So into the fridge it goes as well. So yeah, I'll be cutting off here for now. So allow for 10 minutes to wait for each, for both of them, just to allow it to harden. And the frosting you can allow to go longer, but it's up to you how long, depending on what time you have. So yeah, let's come back when it's time to put it in the oven. So yeah. So while you have some time while you're waiting, depending if you have time or not, you could quickly set up your cupcake or muffin pan. So I have a 12 count muffin pan here. You can either choose to use non-stick cooking oil, which will just allow it to like remove easier, so you don't have to wash as much, or you can use cupcake. I don't even know what to call these. I know they're cupcake cups or something, but whatever.
All you're gonna do, you can just put these out. Since we're doing Snowflake inspired ones, I figured we might as well go with Christmas since Christmas is coming soon. So I'm just gonna quickly put one in each. These are a bit bigger than normal, so they're not gonna work as well, but it's fine. They're on sale, so it's all good. So that's pretty much good. And we'll be back when it's time to put them in the oven.
Okay, so we're back. So here's pretty much the mix. So as you can tell, it like solidified a little bit more, so it's gonna be much more easier to bake. I'm just gonna be taking out any spoon, so any spoon will pretty much do. However, if you do have an ice cream scoop, which I sadly don't, I would recommend using that since it gives more equal servings. But this I'm gonna have to just measure by eye. So what you're going to do is probably just put half, because as it tends to rise, it will expand. But that's basic baking 101. So my cups are too big, but they're all good. Hopefully this doesn't expand too wide, but if it does, you could just eat it off, or you can just use it. More surface area, the better, so you can decorate with more, but yeah. So you're just going to do this for the 12 cupcakes, so since this is going to be a while, I'm just going to be doing 2 of them for now, and yeah, we'll be back when it's time to put them in the oven. Okay guys, so this is what your final product should be like. So what you're going to do is take the toothpick, and you're going to want to poke it just to make sure that if it's dry, that means it's well cooked. This one is sort of overcooked because there's nothing coming out of it. That means that it is not as moist as it could be, but it's fine. So we're just going to allow these to cool for a while. When I mean cool, about 10 minutes, or when you can just like pick it up. And we're going to decorate them from there. Hey guys, so now we're back. The cupcakes have cooled. So this is pretty much the end results. I'm currently working on somewhere else because the kitchen was occupied and sort of loud. So I just brought these to a desk. So these ones are just extra because I ran out of batter and to make another one. So these ones are just gonna be eaten for fun. So some of them ended up okay. Some of them not so much, probably because I failed too much because I used a different one. I replaced a few of the Christmas ones. Otherwise, some of them were pretty much okay. So I'm just gonna take this one because it's one of the nicer looking ones. It's sort of burnt, but yeah. My parents put it back in the oven when it wasn't supposed to, but whatever. So how's a snowman? Once again, burnt, and my stove wasn't that good, but it's okay. So I'm just gonna take one of these. I'm gonna be putting onto this small little piece of cardboard as I do this. So what you're gonna need before you decorate is one of these knives. So this knife is pretty much just any standard kitchen knife. However, this type of knife, it's pretty much just going to be used to cut it. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to cut a circle in it, and you're going to want to retain this piece. But while you're cutting, you're going to cut at an angle such that you're going to get like a cone when you cut it. So I've only done this a few times. Hopefully, I still know what I'm doing. It's been a while since I was baking with my parents. And once again, my parents don't normally bake anymore. But it's all good. So, yeah. So what you want to get is something like this, or similar. And you're just going to set this aside. You could just put it anywhere. Hopefully I have scissors in my room because I have forgot of tin to, or I'll be back one. Perfect. So we have the scissors, and what you're going to do is you get back your icing bag. You're going to cut a small little slit in here, and you're going to fill back in the inside with the icing. So I'm going to just slowly fill this in, and you could tell you could probably just control how much you're putting in, so it's all good. Okay, so that should be pretty good. It's a bit too much, but once again, you're just going to stick this back in, so it's all good. So this is going to be your base foundation. This is normally any cupcake, like you see in the ones in amusement parks. This is just pretty much the same base, except it's not as dark, but it's okay. So now you're just going to quickly make your loop around it, and you're going to end off with like a spiral. So you're going to start at one end. Sorry I can't like do this because it's sort of awkward for my arm to move like that. So I'm just going to move it like this. And again, I'm the only one like actually using a camera, so it's difficult filming by myself. So hopefully this works. One mistake when you're using your icing bag or your makeshift one, you're going to try wanting to like have everything at the bottom so it keeps a consistency. Otherwise it's just going to move everywhere. But oops, too much icing. Oh well, it's all good. Okay. So my icing isn't that good. I haven't done icing in a while, but it should be fine. But if it's your first time as well, if you have your first time as well, you could try like working around with it. But this is generally how it's supposed to look like, but it's supposed to be more of a rounded shape, but it's fine. I haven't done it in a while. It's still okay. And I missed some, but whatever. Rookie mistake. So, now what you're going to do is take your sprinkles. You can either use a bowl for this, or you could just sprinkle it on top. And this will give a small snowflake effect. I would recommend doing this in a bowl since you're going to miss some of it, but it's okay. So yeah, this is our end product. And so, if you just add a bit more mixture to it, if you add a bit more frosting and working out the edge, and with a bit more practice, you'll get something like this. The other one didn't look as well because, well, so looking at an angle, it was somewhat different, but it's okay. So this is what you should end up with. Your icing bag will end up depleting after a while, so I would recommend adding more to it. But otherwise, this is how it looks like. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm trying to make more videos every week, and hope you subscribe. I'm learning, you're learning, it's all good fun. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Bye!